Hope you are doing well. Today is about conquering entrepreneurial exhaustion, and it is so necessary a thing to talk about. It sounds funny to be excited about something that has the title exhausting in it, but I'm telling you, I am always excited when I learn a new technique, a new way to transcend tiredness and exhaustion, because being an entrepreneur is exhilarating, but it's also challenging. And there's highs and lows and ups and downs. There's moments of doubt and exhaustion. And so today we're going to go a little bit deeper. I'm actually going to do an exercise where you have a few minutes of silence. So there's going to be 5 minutes of silence. This is one of the things that you can do that's going to be able to help you. So 5 minutes of silence in absolute silence before making major decisions. This silence ritual helps you in clarifying your thoughts. We're going to take some time today, and you can do anything. You can be grateful, have some gratitude. You can just reflect on yesterday or today. We're going to spend 5 minutes in absolute silence and see what that does for us, observing ourselves. All right, let's begin now. So we haven't gone the full 5 minutes, but you get the idea. It's something you always have with you. A choice. You have your breath. You have silence. These are all tools that you can use. When you take some time to be silent, you can clarify your thoughts, reduce impulsiveness, Listen to your intuition. You remove all of the external stimuli, and there's a lot of it, but as much as possible, you focus on the core issue. Isn't that amazing how much peace you can get just by listening to the sound of silence? And I'm going to tell you, in business, there's a lot of impulsiveness that can really work against you. So just take that silent reflection, use it as a buffer, prevent those rash decisions. And this is transferable to everywhere. Listen to your intuition, listen to your inner voice, and when you stop the noise, you stop your inner voice from being drowned out. Silence amplifies your inner voice. There's another tip to go into, and these are all ways to conquer exhaustion, because when we overwork ourselves, we don't take time. And even when we take time, it's not always silent. So when we take a moment of silence before major decisions, it will prevent you from reacting impulsively and will allow you to respond. And then you can make better decisions and you won't be as exhausted. So that's where that's coming from. The next thing I have for you is what I call the daily unlearn. And that's where you are actively unlearning and challenging your own beliefs, your own habits, your own biases, because we're oftentimes in an echo chamber without even knowing it. We just assume everybody believes the same politically, just philosophically, even emotionally. We have these inner rules that we're not always even aware of, and we project them onto everybody. Even new people that we don't know that we meet, we just expect them to have a same belief system as us, and it's just not true. There's a lot of ways that we can shed our outdated beliefs and make room for new knowledge, which is really important to having a growth mindset. You have to make a conscious decision to do that. So you can unlearn, and when you do that, you let go of your beliefs. You're so much more of a harmonious person to be around. It's just about being open. So what is something that you can actively unlearn? Just challenge any belief that you have. One thing that's fun is the next time you catch yourself in a disagreement, don't just look at the other side, but challenge yourself and ask yourself, is this a rule I've created in my mind where I believe so-and-so is supposed to act this way? Anytime you start thinking like that, that's kind of your clue that you have some unlearning to do, even when it's difficult. Like, oh, that's a rule I created. No, I guess they don't have to wait for me, or they don't have to do this, even if you would like that. And then there's other beliefs that we hold about certain people groups. But it's easier to start with your own beliefs and your own habits. Do I have to go this way? Shanae had talked about it once, how do you develop that growth mindset? Just if you every day you go out of your driveway and you make a left, make a right next time. Because we're programmed to do these small things that create this system within us, and you start using a different part of your brain. I'm telling you, it goes deep, the ways that we can unlearn things and the invisible rules that we have. Next would be random conversations. And well, just to tie it back, if you're wondering, what does unlearning have anything to do with exhaustion? Oh, a lot. Because sometimes we get so wound up and bound to this has to happen this way on this time, and it's exhausting. And so it's addressing and letting go of beliefs that conflict with having this harmonious mental state. You just gotta unlearn. You're never too old to unlearn something. And I know it gets hard. Food is like religion to people. Shankar has told me a lot. You gotta be careful how you talk about food because people see it. It's very near and dear to them. But I mean, there's lots of ways to challenge yourself with what you eat. Is this healthy? Is this good for me? Do I have to have it? Is there an alternative? Think about those types of things. So back to the random conversations. I think it's really easy to get trapped in talking to people from the same field or the same background, but get a fresh perspective and see the world a little differently. Because people have so many insights that you would never, ever consider. And then when you have this fresh perspective, that's a good way to kind of make yourself stronger so you're able to deal with people's different opinions, whether it be stakeholders that want to take things a different direction, clients or team or whatever. When you talk to people, we have an amazing technical project manager, and I can tell you the reason he's so good with people is because he has been around a lot of different people, and he can see the world through their lens only because he's had those conversations and he's lived in different places. And when you have fresh perspectives, you can say, okay, I know this person wants to do this way. And even though I would do it this way, this is why they want to do this way. And it's less exhausting just understanding people, but you have to have random conversations. And then it's good to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. But back to breaking those echo chambers, you start to get a limited worldview. You really, really, really do. Turn on a different news station. Listen to a different radio station. Or if you watch the same shows all the time, did you know that, almost everything is political, and Dr. Brynja's here, so I know she agrees. If you just watch a different show, or if you do read a different book, that's one way of breaking out of the echo chamber and having different conversations. If you're not necessarily having a face-to-face, when you're with people in the roads or in the streets or the schools or stores, you can at least break out of the echo chamber of your own mind by tuning in something new. And I suggest doing it every day. That's a daily unlearning right there. And do something completely radically different. All right. Now, the last one kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. Opposite day. Break the monotony. Just choose one day. Just choose one day out of the week. It could be a Monday. It could be a Friday, whatever. Break the monotony. Get a touch of unpredictability to this routine life that we live. What doing that does is helps you to identify your passion. It could be something that you never tried that actually you discovered, I have a love for this. I love going right instead of left when I leave my driveway. Or I love walking down this path. Or I love watching the show or talking to these people. I love doing the opposite of what I would do normally. So Shankar, you and I, this weekend, we got to do the opposite of going to your favorite bread store, which we go to every weekend of my life. We gotta go and do something. What is opposite of a bread store? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna do, maybe the opposite is cooking at home. Maybe we gotta challenge the belief that we gotta go out every week. He's like, no. But do something different. Do something different. So I have just a few affirmations, and we're gonna combat this exhaustion by saying these things that help us gain a little bit of clarity. If that's been useful, these practical tips, silent reflection, daily unlearning, random conversations, and opposite day. If maybe weekly is too much, you can switch to monthly. But just try something you wouldn't usually do. If that's been helpful, thumbs up. Yes, awesome. I'm going to check in on you guys and see if you did any of this. But these are some practical tips for managing exhaustion. You would be surprised how much it changes your life when you engage in something that's different. Do you see how this is all really, truly about the mind? Do you see how you possess so much power? Silence, that begins with you. Unlearning, that's belief. Conversation changes your perspective. An opposite day, that's just breaking your habits. All right, on to our affirmations. Just roll your shoulders back, let go of any tension, and repeat after me. Every day, I am evolving. I am surrounded by energy, inspiration, and support. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. I am fueled by passion and purpose. I am surrounded by energy. I am surrounded by positivity. My actions create change. All right. I want you to imagine standing beside a river, crystal clear waters. That river is full of potential and success. You can see pebbles at the bottom, each representing challenges you've overcome. As the sun shines down, the rays glimmer on the water surface. That shimmering light, that light is your vision, guiding you, reminding you of the brilliance that you bring to the world. I want you to remember that tree. Remember we talked about the deep roots representing your business. Remember that. Remember as you breathe in the fresh air. Remember this scene. When you're faced with exhaustion or doubt, come back here to this place. Bring your awareness back to now. See you back tomorrow. Don't forget silent reflection, daily unlearning, random conversations, and opposite day. I'll put those tips in the details of today's room. So see you all tomorrow.